Hi, Taurus. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be focusing on what does your person regret most. This is one of my favorite readings to do. So, we're going to be taking a look at that. Please don't forget to like and comment if you do enjoy this reading. Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna look at Taurus. Taurus's person's current energy. Saint Germain, Quanian Metatron. What do you have to say about Taurus's person's current energy? I am definitely getting a player, um, someone who is playing the field. Uh, it's interesting. I want to say for some of you strip clubs as well. It's not everyone, obviously, but it's definitely giving. I hope you understand what that strip club reference is really implying, and how this person is very much distracting themselves. Um, with I honestly want to say that devil energy. I'm literally seeing the face of a devil right now, just like popping up right here, right? Because it's very much that energy of like surface based gratification, right? This is someone who's very much in that. They're very much focused on that, and they're very much using that to distract themselves from a very like a lot of pain. I do feel this person's life is quite tragic. For the most part, I see their life not working out very well. I see it kind of falling apart. I see it kind of unraveling as well. It's very much that, and this is like the thing that they look forward to. I mean, it's kind of sad, really, but it really is. And I'm not sure what this thing is. Could be a drug for some of them. Could be video games for others. It's hard to say, but that example of like a strip club. I think says it all for all of you because you understand what that is. You understand. It's honestly raw, isn't it? Right? Yeah, I hope you. Yeah, it's almost like it's really raw, kind of an example. I love it. I love it. I love the example. It's a good one. Anyway, just so you all know, I did just watch like Doctor Death, so I have a little bit of that in my mind. But they definitely gave that as a good example. What else is their energy like? Like, what are they trying to avoid? Um, they are detached from their heart. I feel they tend to blame other people for their problems. Um, Kind of a lot too. It's like a crazy amount. I do feel this person tends to blame everyone else for their issues. It's never their fault, right? So they're kind of running from the blame, I guess. That's a big one. I feel like they don't like to think about things as well. They like to shove it in the back of their mind. It's very much that avoidance, that distraction. Let's see, what else is their energy in? This is interesting. Um, I feel as well they really, really, really love to get compliments and attention from people, places, things. And they like this because it makes them feel good. And why they like to get that, right? That gratification that makes them feel good is because they actually feel really bad. So their energy is actually in the dumps. But they feel good when people are giving them compliments, and when people are giving them attention, when people are looking at them in a favorable kind of light. I do feel this is someone who doesn't let people get close to them, and as a result of this, or no, no, yeah, 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 but they micromanage what they reveal. It's like this person. I don't know. It's like I see someone with like this weird look where you can only see half their face, and they're like looking at you like this, and they're only showing you what they want to show you. That's what I see as what's happening, right? They looking at it to showing you what they want to show you, never anything more. They're so good at that too, by the way. They're so good at revealing what they want to reveal. There's a strategy in that energy, by the way, as well. It's in some ways manipulation. I don't know if that's their intent. I don't think manipulation. Actually, manipulation isn't their intent, but there is a manipulative quality there as well. And it's because they like to keep people. I don't know. I don't want to say boxed in, but they like to keep people at arm's length, and they like to micromanage what people believe about them. I do feel so that's our next question. What are their feelings for you? Because it leaned right into that. You saw through this, and they didn't like that. So let's see. What are this person's feelings for Taurus? Feelings for Taurus. Oh, a lot of vulnerability here. A lot. I think that they thought that they could conquer you at one point. I think that they thought that they could control you and honestly dominate you. Yeah, most people, I think that this person does it. Actually, they're real good at that. Most people don't have enough wit. I guess that's what Metatron's saying. Wit to them, right? You're you're quite quick, is what Metatron's saying. At this look, seeing right through this person's actions, facade and mask, very quick to see through it. It's interesting. I think at first you thought you kind of, I don't know, it's like you were taking what they were saying at face value, and then you started thinking, and you pierced through that really quickly. That's what he's saying. So at first you were giving them the benefit of the doubt, and then very quickly you became aware that you shouldn't have, or you shouldn't be giving this person the benefit of the doubt. In fact, you're probably going to need to look a little bit deeper if you really want to get to know them. And at first, they liked that you were kind of believing their, I don't know, nonsense BS, and then you start to see through it really quickly. I also feel this person feels about you that you like accountability, and you definitely want to know where they definitely feel like you want to know where you stand with them. Like they know they want to, like they feel like you want to know what's going to happen between you and them. They don't have these answers. They don't know actually. So there is this feeling here of I don't know what to do about the situation, so I feels like I almost can't even talk to them at this moment in time. I don't know if there's separation here or not, but it definitely feels like this is someone who is, if there is communication, they're trying to keep it very minimal. And the reason for this is they have no idea what they want from you, and they know you want to know what their intentions are, right? And they have no idea. Let's see. What else do they feel about Taurus? They feel like you are this is interesting. I have to say it like this. You look like the one to them, basically. Not feel, it's very clear. But you look like the one. That is what it is. It's very clear that there's something about you, maybe your resume, your characteristics. It's like logically, practically, you feel like you, or not, you feel, you look like you could be the one, but they don't feel that per se. And the reason why is because they're detached from their heart space. It has nothing to do with the actual feeling, but it's logically they think, they could be the one kind of thing. So it's an interesting energy. What else is here for their feelings towards Taurus? I feel as well that what this person has tried to do to you was to tear you down. And I'm not sure how aware you were of this, of their attempt to do this. It had nothing to do with you. It's like, when something seems too good to be true, you don't want to get conned or you don't want to get fooled. So you're kind of looking for, I guess, the worst, right? They looked for this, and what they feel was that was really unfair. And a part of them, though, still feels like if they were to dig deeper, they would eventually figure out your like nasty little secret or something, or I guess the other shoe's gonna drop or something. There is a part of them that believes that it's like you're too good to be true, and if I were to dig deep enough, I'd figure out the truth that you are that, right? That's something that I think is at their core. And Metatron's saying that they have a little bit of this, of kind of being rotten to the core, and they have to heal that. This is actually darkness surrounding their heart. Has nothing to do with their actual heart. It's not their that darkness or that negative energy that surrounds their heart space is not them, but when it's surrounding it, it's basically polluting their heart. So there is a rottenness to their core. So it's interesting, by the way. I'm just gonna put that out there. As what he said, as like there's a bit of rottenness there. All right. So what is this person's biggest regret towards Taurus? Let's see. Um. Hmm. This sounds strange. One of their regrets is to definitely talk bad about you to friends. And I'm not sure if this was their friends, your friends, or just anyone in general. Um, they had a habit of doing this, of putting you down in some way, shape, or form. There was a fear that you were better than them. There was a um uh, there was this like need to try to push you down so that they can look better as well within them because of that insecurity and that self-worth issue. Their biggest regret is to let that kind of, I guess it's in a sense kind of force them, but I don't know, force is a strong word, is it not? But there is that like it kind of oh, by the way, there's an extended to this reading. I totally forgot to say that. Oh well, my bad. There is an extended to this reading, by the way, Taurus. Anyway, but there is this feeling here where it's like you 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 look too good, and this person didn't feel good around you, and as a result, they were trying to push you down. They were trying to tear you down. There's real nasty business here, but it was real strong. It's a real bad regret of theirs. They couldn't help but do it, and it is the truth. By the way, I am seeing the usurpation from the ego coming through really strongly here. Um, it's all of us, we say stuff that is offensive at times, right? We think stuff that is offensive at times, right? All of us, we do this, but this is how we process. You say it, you think, oh my God, why did I just say that, right? But this person did something like that about you to friends, maybe family as well, and they regret that. They tore you down to make themselves feel better. It's an interesting thing, but this was how they learn that they have an issue to do with themselves by doing that to you. And it's how we usually work, right? It is what it is, right? All of us know that. We have to say something that's really, really out of character before we can realize, oh wait, turns out I have some issues I gotta deal with. That's just how it is. That's how I deal with it. It's how everyone does. But there is a regret for them. It's no excuse, obviously, right? But there isn't a regret for them as well. Let's see what else is here about their regrets towards. They didn't give you a chance. They never did. You didn't have a chance at all. You gave this person the benefit of the doubt. You gave this person a chance. You tried to be open hearted, even though it's interesting. There is a combination coming through because I'm picking up your energy at times. You opened yourself up. In doing so, you got hurt as a result. And it's not, I don't know, it's not like in the normal sense. I think that you stood in your truth and you stood strong, but in doing so, it kind of it made you a target. And I know it sounds crazy to say it. Either you understand what I'm saying there or not. But it's like they see that you did this. Their regret is to not have done that with you. And it's something that breaks this person's heart. It's like you were stronger than they were. You were capable of doing something that they thought they would be able to whenever faced with a situation. It's kind of like that. I know it sounds so strange, but that's the example they're giving me. It's like, when you deal with a situation where it's fight or flight, you think that you will be the fighter, but you turned out you're a runner. This person looks at that and it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I couldn't stand tall. I can't believe I couldn't stand in my truth. I can't believe that I couldn't open up and be vulnerable when I wanted to be. And this is someone who's now thinking, wait a second, what if I'm not a fighter? What if I'm just a runner kind of thing? And I know again, it's so crazy, but that's the example they gave. It's like that moment when you're tested. Yeah, they're real tested by you, and they kept failing those tests. And these are things that they logically thought that they would have success in. And it turns out that was not the case. So this is a regret of theirs. But it has to do with the fact that you stood in your truth, that you opened up and were vulnerable, that you exposed yourself, right? And they couldn't. Real sad business here. Let's see. Is there anything else on the regrets towards Taurus? There is another one. There was an indecision here. I don't know if this person had other options at times, or kept their options open or treated you like an option, but that's coming through kind of strong. It has to do with this like feeling of I want them, then I don't want them. And the reason why they didn't want you had nothing to do with you. Huh. Shocker, right? I know when we're in the thick of it, we really do think it's us, but obviously we all know at the end of it, it wasn't me. You made this person feel all sorts of ways. And these feelings weren't actually great for the most part. They had to, a lot of insecurities kept coming up to the surface because you were so great, because you were so strong, you were so capable. You kept either passing the test or getting back up and trying again and then passing the test. Does that make sense when it comes to tests and love? I know it sounds like it's a crazy thing to say, but that's the word that they're giving me. Um, they kept failing. And this person started to think, I don't think I want them, and it wasn't to do with your how amazing you were. Actually, I guess it kind of is, isn't it? Right? But it was because of that, I guess, in a sense. This person just saw you as someone who's a lot more capable than they are, a lot more better. They don't want to be worse. No, that's not a good way to put it. They don't want to be on the back pedal of a connection, right? They want to be on the front. That's they like that superiority feeling. But with you, they couldn't. You were better at everything than they were. And this is someone. It's like you really did give this person a reality check. I know it's so crazy, but it really does feel like that. You gave this person like a reality check, and you've really helped them see who they actually are, rather than who they thought they were this entire time. Rather than who their ego convinced them they were. Right? You've really made it blatantly clear that they are what they are, and you did this by you being who you are. Does that make sense? By being stronger, by being loving, and being able to be more vulnerable, and being able to be more consistent, and try. And literally, I honestly, I think that's probably the thing, right? You tried. That's it, right? And this person didn't try. I know it's so sad. It's a sad kind of situation here. But that's what I'm seeing so far. Is there any last like guidance that you have for Taurus before we take this over to the extended? I'm gonna take a look here, Taurus, and see what they want to say to you. There is a part inside of you, it feels like it's lurking in your subconscious, that is taking what this person did to you personally. But and it's not in the sense necessarily, though I think to a certain extent where you are angry that they treated you this way. I think there's some of that there, but this isn't actually what they're alluding to. They're alluding to a part of you that thinks there's something wrong with you, when in fact there isn't. But there's a subconscious belief system that something must be wrong with you because that's why they did what they did. Um, does I hope that makes sense? But it's lurking in the subconscious. You may not be as aware of that right now, but as you're going about your day in the coming days and weeks, you'll start to see that thought pattern pop up. But it's there. So you think something's wrong with you, or maybe you think that something's wrong with you. You can't find love or something like that, or you're always attracting the wrong person. Yeah, that belief system is actually a big part of the reason why you are always attracting the wrong person, right? We're always getting proved right by universe. So it's important that you know that is what they want to say, that there is a belief system that says something's wrong with you. That means you cannot have what you desire. This is a lie. This is not true, but you got to heal it, okay? I think I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, they said that if there was a one thing that they would pull for guidance, it would be that. All right, so I'm gonna thank you, Taurus, for being here. Thank you for sharing time and space with me. And again, there is an extended. If you want to check that out on my Patreon or our moments, please don't forget to like and comment and take care. Bye, Taurus.